David Corson, Thursday, November 6th, 2025. Woohoo! About 6:30. Anyway, another beautiful day in North Georgia up on the lake. And just got done. Oh, God, busy afternoon, busy day. Up early at the crack of dawn, getting things done. Had a round table with 6 architects, a couple of guys out of New York, one in Baltimore, one out south, up northwest. Let's see, where else were they? They're all mostly all East Coast, and there was 2 West Coast guys. In any event, it was pretty cool. There's so many interesting people that are around. There were a couple young guys, a couple older guys, and we talked about AI and mentorship and who had shop class and just all around, good conversation. Now I got to it's been transcribed. Now I got to go and edit it and edit it and then give it to them. And then they got to edit it. And then we get it back. And then my editor will put his final touches on it. And then we'll lay out the section. But it's really, really cool the way that we do it. We have good conversation, we record it. And there's some stuff on there that's off the record. And we just, talk about things. But in any event, it was really, really cool. So I did a women's one last week. I did my men's. I'll have some good editorial. And then last couple issues, people are like, oh, wow, how'd you do that? So now people, I'm like, you got to spend money. You got, get that kind of content in the magazine. You get to pitch your firm. We were talked about, trends and that kind of stuff. But there was a manufacturer in there. Mostly, there was a couple design firms and then some architecture firms. But everybody in that planning, development, we talked about multi-housing, education, what's the silver bullet for the reuse of all these buildings that are empty to make them into affordable housing. And, just all around, really good conversation. So, yeah, and I do them right here out in the deck. I'm going to bum out in the winter, so I'll have to go back up in my studio. And my studio's cool. I mean, it's definitely bitching. It kicks ass up there, man. I got the neon lights going on, and it's just very, very clean. And it sounds good, too. I have a camera in there. I've updated I got a mic. I got a little equalizer, digital equalizer. And, yeah, I can do some stuff. So next year, I will, it'll look a little different. Every year I do a different background. So next year I'll do that one, too. But all in all, just another really good week. Finish up strong with momentum tomorrow. Woohoo, the weekend. And then I got a couple weeks, and boom, it's Thanksgiving. And then my last trip out to Scottsdale. I'm going to spend the week out there with my mom. We're going to drive up to Flagstaff. The house should be framed and with a roof on it. So get some good pictures up there, some video, and then fly home. That's my trip. And then I'm hanging in town until the New Year's, and just trying to get everything done and get 2025, zipped up, bottled up. And when January 1st comes in, I am ready for 2026. It's been a great year this year. Got some wins, had some learns. It's been fun. And, can't wait for 2026. At 62 years young, I am psyched, man. So I'm still standing. Got my house finished. Did everything I said I was going to do this year. Did all my receptions, put out all my issues. They all were healthy. We made a little money. My wife, we did okay. Look, we built this freaking house, rolled the dice, and kept everything else going. And there's her nutcracker. She's putting together. She's got to paint that whole thing. She already painted the another one, but man, she likes that Mackenzie Childs black and white color scheme going on. But it looks really cool when it's painted. They do. It actually does really good. We're going to put them on the porch in the front. So, in any event, yeah. So today was a great day. Man, I can't wait to finish the day tomorrow. I got to do my TJF video this evening. I don't even know. I'll have to just go on and look for some cool stuff, put it to music. And, I think this one is number 45. So you got 7 more Fridays left. And we're done for 2025. So, hey, here's my word of the day. Refined. Yeah, refined. You do it every day. You refine yourself. It's kind of like it's just kind of like a look back. You look at your actions and you try to improve. Just like, taking a golf swing and hitting some golf balls or free throws or shooting the puck at the net. Just practice. You're always refining yourself. And every day, you give it your all, you leave it out there on the field, and at the end of the day, you can look yourself in the mirror. You can say, you know what, I did the best I can. And, the most important thing you got to have, mindset-wise, and your mindset is everything, is that you want to be better than you were yesterday, and you want to be better tomorrow than you were today, because that just means that you're going uphill, okay? You got that climb upward. And some days are going to be, easier than others, and other days are going to be harder than others. Got to roll with the punches. That's the way life is. Pull your britches up, and have your thick skin out there, because it's they're going to get whacked. You're going to get bruised. You're going to get a couple teeth knocked out, maybe break your nose, whatever. A couple fingers, lose your fingernail. I mean, listen, life. I mean, look, business, personal, athletics, life, sleep, whatever you're doing. In a 24-hour period, you got to refine yourself every day. You start, and at the end of the day, you refine yourself. You kind of conclude, and then you get up the next day and repeat, but do better. On the athletic field, you practice all week, and you refine your body, you heal it, you ice it, you feed it well, you give it rest, so on game day, you're ready to go. And you bring your game day, and your whole team is bought in. And if there's any weak links, that's what's going to make you maybe not win the game. But if everybody's locked in and everybody does their part, hey, you give it your all, and most likely, statistically, you probably will get the W if you're evenly matched, okay? So, that's just athletics. It's a numbers game, but it's a team. There's no I in team. Everybody's got to be bought into the system, the plan, the vision, what you want to execute. So, can't say it simpler than that, man. It's crucial to your success, to refining, okay? Because I can tell you, any team that starts in the beginning of the year and you look at it at the end of the year, it's going to look completely different. But you want to be improving. When I coach, that's why I like coaching like the 6th to the 8th graders, is that I can take a team that can't catch and throw in lacrosse, or a hockey team that can't skate or whatever, and you give them to me a couple days a week, on the field, and I can turn that team around by the end of the year. As long as they give me some, during the days that we're not practicing, and they practice it on their own, the ones that want to get better, those guys are going to go someplace. But I'm telling you, practice makes perfection. You play as you practice. And if you practice hard, just like you play the game, it's just, you can't get better than that, because it's like game day every day. But game day is the most important, okay? And all the games are important. Every day is important. Don't tell me in a 164 game in a baseball season that, that's okay, they can lose a couple of them. They're all important. You're not going to win them all, but you got to try to win them all, okay? Athletics, refine, put it to good use. Business, same thing, got to refine yourself every day. Some days you're going to have sales, some days nothing's going to go your way. Some days, it's going to be a roller coaster. It's just, by the end of the day, you're just burnt. You're blotto. Because you've had, such a ride, you're on such a high, you get a RFP and another guy bails on you, or something happens, or, it's just a never dull moment. So, especially for business development or sales, around the holidays, it's so tough because, people, it's, it's just, but you know what? I get so much done at the end of the year. That's why this year I want to get everything done. So on 31st, my desk is going to be clean. I'm going to be raring to go. I'm ready for 2026. Because I got all this done this year. The house, this and that. Now I can just concentrate. So, yeah, the business. Refine yourself every day. Just give it your all. Get everybody to buy in. And you have a good reputation. You got a good product. You got good people. You get refined every day. You'll get her done. Relationships, got to refine every day. Got to make sure it's positive every day. If anything happens, hey, you hit a pothole or a speed bump, it's your responsibility to make it better. Change that tire, whatever you need to do. Make sure that day goes, you start your day positively, making your bed, and you finish your day positive. And when you get in that bed and fall asleep with a positive thought, most likely you'll wake up positively, okay? It's amazing, man. It's repetition, It's just like, hey, it's not when I'm going to win. It's not if I'm going to win. It's when I'm going to win, why I'm going to win. It's all those things. It's the way you think. The way your mind, it wants the easy way out. You're taking a tough way out. You want to improve every day. Some people don't. I do. I've been working on myself for 2 years. This year was sleep. Man, it's been the greatest thing. At the end of the year, man, I swear to God, I get my 6.5 hours. Never have ever been able to do that. But I've been working on it all year. And next year, I don't know what it is. I'll have to figure out what my gig's going to be for 2026. But this year's was sleep and getting things done. And when I look back at this year, hey, could I have done some things better? Heck yeah. I always could have done better, but I've hung in there, Like I said, I was juggling a bunch of stuff, trying to get stuff done, and I wear a lot of hats, and but we made it through. But relationships, man, you got to communicate, you got to be clear, you got to be transparent, you got to be negotiable, you got to be able to communicate with the least amount of words to get your point across so a third grader will understand yourself. If you do that, you're going to have so many more W and L's. Remember, no L's aren't losses, those are learns. All right? And listen, it's not just personal relationships. It's just people you communicate with. If you're nice with them and sincere and give them respect and I always try to get something from someone. I always want to leave something with them. So whenever they hang up the phone or even if it's an email string or a Zoom call or whatever, I want them to go, hey, that guy was pretty cool. Or I like the way he ended that message or whatever. I'm telling you, man, everybody's got something to offer. If they can take something from you, yeah, that's great. That's a value nugget. But also, you should take something from them. There are so many interesting people and so many different ways of doing things. I just love seeing stuff. Can't get enough of it, man. But you got to refine yourself in your relationship every day and refine for better. If it doesn't benefit you, don't do it. I'm greedy. I'm 62. I got X amount of years left. I don't want to waste my time on stuff that doesn't benefit me. If I'm not having a good time or having fun, So, yeah. And you got to refine your body on how to get that 6 to 8 hours of sleep. I just got off the phone with one of my buds. He needs 8 hours, man. He's in bed at 9:30, but he gets up at 5. And he zonks. He needs 8 hours, man. He was a swimmer at LSU. I was just talking to him. He said, hey, man, you know me, man. I'm going to have a cocktail, whatever. I'm going to be in bed, man. I'll watch maybe the first half, and I'm zonked. But myself, I only need about 6. And I wake up a little before 5 or a little after 5. That's my gig. My alarm goes out, I get up, and I do my thing. And I get, like, stuff that I want to be quiet time in my office. And then the rest of the day, I just want to make sales when it's, premier time to talk to people. Hey, let's get on the web. You in front of your computer? Oh, yeah. I have fun. I laugh. And I'm looking for a salesperson. I want someone to come and hang with me and make sales all day with me because I want to get someone to fill that shoe and remove that from my plate this year. So that's really my goal for next year. For the next couple months, I want to find someone that wants to come and learn publishing, digital, communications, marketing, all that stuff, and help me sell some things digitally. So I'm looking for that salesperson to come on board to have fun. And hey, I've been doing it for 20 years and pretty darn good. But I have fun. So, but refine. And listen, I've refined myself over 25 years. But I'm telling you, man, I've done this for the last 2 years recording. It's been the best thing, man. I can see the change in myself, my parents, my wife, my kid, my pets, my team, teammates, my coworkers, my vendors I work with, the contractors, everybody has just seen, dude, man, you're not as stressed. And, I'm telling you, if you work on being refined for the remainder of the year, all the way to the end of the year, December 31st, you'll have about 55 days of data on yourself, maybe a little less, whatever that number is. Bottom line is it's still cool. You'll have it all here on your phone. Download it right here on the blog diary app. Download it, find one. Or if you want to dictate it and put it in text. Or there's so many ways you can do it. But the bottom line is if you do it every day, improvement every day on something you improved on and refined. And then you'll have all of that data to look at. And then, first of all, cha-ching, you cross the finish line, and then you can go momentum to 2020 and keep doing it for a whole year. It'll freak you out. It's amazing watching yourself go through life. You'll get addicted. So that's my word of the day for November 6, 2025, refined. From the heart, take to the bank, put up here in your knowledge vault, use it for whenever you need it. All right? So, listen, I appreciate y'all. Be safe. Head on a swivel. Know your surroundings. Take action. Refine.